Hey guys, it's D-Wall here, and welcome to another episode of Case Closed Live. You may see a few slight differences from the last time there was an episode like this. This episode, it was recorded from the 2-hour live stream that we did last night. Um, that is September the 1st. So if you're reading this now, you're seeing this now, it's from last night, September 1st, depending on when you're hearing this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. There was a lot of great things we talked about in this episode, a lot of great things that are going on. And also, if you haven't heard the recent podcast, I encourage you to go back and listen to that as well. So without that being said, let's get on with the episode. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we're on now. The goal really for us at this point is I'd like to get back to doing this more often and see if we can get the followers up. If we can get 50 followers on the stream, then I think we'll have a consistent at least 8 to 10 people, always when we go on, which is, pretty decent for dialogue. Yeah, 597. Yeah. That'll be good. And if more content we can get on there too will be really good too. So I think that'll be helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I keep forgetting I need to message Chris and see if he wants to take over editing on the fan dub since we lost our guy. Well, he just, I don't think he liked our partnership with Infinity Productions. I think that was the big deal. Yeah, so he kind of backed out after that. Right, and that was the goal anyway. That was the goal anyway, was to have another group come in and help. With production and all that. I mean, so once that came up and they wanted to do it, I mean, that was a situation where I wasn't going to just say no. Especially once we talked to them and saw that there was kind of the same goals. They just wanted to do the Black Org episodes, and some key ones. Right, right. So, and anywho, I mean, it's fine. I think we can manage just fine, and we have 95% of the audio basically for 134. It's just finding somebody to lay that up and kind of yeah, for 127, yeah, to kind of get that. I keep referring to it in the English count, but yeah, 127. But yeah, yeah, and it's something that oh, what is this? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm trying to go back to get to this page. Um, I think it's something that'll work out just fine, because if we get 127 out, that's like 5 or 6 episodes in English that have come out from the group in the span of a year. I think that's pretty good. Especially for the first year, just trying to get things off the ground. I think next year could be a real breakout year, especially. So I saw your work in 129 as the police officer. I didn't see. Yeah, yeah. You had to play both of them in that one scene too. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, they're going pretty quick on their stuff as far as what they're doing. I don't know. I don't think they do actually. I think they have around the same amount. I think they voice some of the characters as well because I mean they're doing Conan and Jimmy, and then I think they do other extras as well. So I think they probably have the same amount. It's just um, they're getting stuff done a little faster, and they're kind of you know they kind of went with the set episodes that they wanted to do. They're kind of like, this is what we want to do. This is the list. This is what we're recording. Boom, let's go do it. Yeah, yeah, they're a little more organized in what they're doing there for sure. So yeah, exactly. Fly by the seat of your pants. So, you know, yeah, and I think with them around, it kind of it helps kind of have a clearer picture of what we want to do, and I'm always up for continuing, and it's just finding those right people that want to edit, and you know, how fast you can get writing and everything else and audio. It's all plays together. With editing, writing, and audio, how fast it comes in. So, it's yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. I really think so too. Um, yeah. So yeah, definitely. And I think it's just a matter of uh, you know getting in there and kind of seeing kind of what happens, and um, you know always just trying new things. I mean, if I'm going to ask Chris if he'll consider it and see if he'd like to, because I know he was wanting to before for a while, but I already had an editor. So, but his idea was, hey, don't put out an episode like a two-part episode. Don't put it out until you have both parts done. And I'm kind of starting to think that's probably a good idea at this point. Um, just from a release standpoint and from a pressure standpoint, if we can put two episodes out and then really ramp content for the other one, but we don't have to kill ourselves to get that next episode. We can always stay a little bit ahead and kind of, that work smarter, not harder kind of thing. So, we got Travis in here, and we have Saitama. If you guys can hear us, please comment in the section below and let us know that you can hear us. We figure we might be a little slow this hour on people coming in, but we wanted to kind of see, how everyone was doing and make sure everyone can at least hear us at first here. So if you guys can hear us, you should hear three different voices. You should hear myself, Professor C, and you should be hearing D-Wall, and you should be hearing Adam, who's joining us. Adam, of course, is the voice of Richard in our fan dub, and he's also done quite a bit of work with Infinity Productions on their episodes and some of the content that they're working on. So it's great to have him here. Travis just said he can just hear me, I think. I don't think he can hear y'all for some reason, so let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, they're up. Let's see. Let's see. Go channel 2. Can you hear us now? Let's see. Try it again. Travis, can you help us out here? See, let me know if you can hear us now. I think Travis is probably typing right now. We can hear. Says still just you. Let me see what I got here. Let me see here. Let me go to loop back. Alright, how about now? I hear another voice, but it is very muffled. Yeah, when you talk, they go up. Yeah, we're coming to. Hold on, I'm trying to get a loop back. Yeah, we're coming to. Hold on, I'm trying to get a loop back.
How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? How about now?
Okay, let's try again. Travis, can you hear? Try again. Travis, can you hear? Try again. Travis, can you hear? Weird. The settings should be fine because when y'all talk, it goes weird. The settings should be fine because when y'all talk, it goes weird. The settings should be fine because when y'all talk, it goes weird. Yeah, he's not really saying anything right now. Yeah, he's not really saying anything right now. Yeah, he's not really saying anything right now. Yeah, he's not really always fun right now. Yeah, he's not really always fun right now. Yeah, it says I can't hear anything now. It says I can't hear anything.
Alright, let's try again. How about now? It says loop. That's all it says is loop. I don't know what that means, Travis.
Hold on, let me see.
Let me go. Try to loop back. Oh, loop back. Hold on. Let me try that.
Okay, now this should work now. Should be okay now.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
Grandma, which is really my great grandma.
Alright, how about now?
Grandma killed and the first husband, they got.
Okay. Okay, Travis says you're saying the same thing like 3 times in a row.
I think you did say.
How about now?
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice.
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice.
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice.
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice.
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice.
I think you did say.
Says now I hear another voice. Okay. Says I hear the loop. 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 I just can't. I don't know what's causing it.
All right, let's see here if this works.
Good now?
It says you're good now. How about, okay, keep letting us know if we're still good. You can still hear us. Okay, enough. I guess I trickered with it enough. I guess we're okay now. Can you hear the three of us?
If you can hear the three of us, then we're in business. We'll be good.
You should hear three voices.
I think it only still has the one.
Think so?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I'm trying to, oh, there's two.
Okay.
Is it me that it's hard to hear from? Because I can understand that I'm on Bluetooth headset, so
It says three now. We're good. It says three now.
Great.
Okay, cool.
That's all we needed to know.
Wow, that's fun. Well,
Let me see what the settings are on so I can make sure that I save that.
Yeah. It should stay the same when you, even when you close out Mixlr after the stream is over, it should stay the same.
Realtek high definition audio.
Here, I'll just take a. I don't know, man. If I leave that to chance, you know how that goes.
Yeah, might just want to write it down.
Yeah, I'm taking a picture of it right now to make sure
I know what settings to
save on it.
But it's good. It's good now. But it says I hear a baby in the background.
Yeah, I'm at a restaurant. I'm at IHOP, so you're going to hear some babies and stuff for a bit. Leave, because they're taking longer than I thought with our food.
Are you just getting a to-go order, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting a to-go order. So, yeah. Yeah. But thanks for putting up with all that. We were trying to.
Now Travis is like, now I'm hungry. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and send this email off to Chris, and all I'm sending him is a fandub edit message real quick to let him ponder that.
Sorry if I made you hungry. Not my fault. I just happened to be here, and I was hoping to leave by 6, but it started raining. So. Don't worry. Told you not to worry about it. But Travis, let all your friends know that we're here, and that we're live on the air, and that we are taking questions. Anything about the fandom, anything about the community itself, anything that you want to know, just send it to us, and we'll answer as best we can. And we will be here for as long as we can. Probably about 2 hours or so, maybe, depending on everybody else.
Podcast had a lot of decent information in it.
What?
Oh, as Travis was saying that he needed to check out the new podcast, so I was saying it had a lot of decent information in it.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of details in it that you probably need to know about. It's about just our editor, and about how movie 20 was the highest grossing Conan movie ever. How big that is, especially considering the time. And about
Yeah, it's got a lot of good content to definitely take a listen if you're a fan of the movement and everything we do here.
Yeah, that I believe. I think that's a really fan-oriented podcast that everyone should listen to. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a true fan of the series, I really encourage you to listen to that podcast because that's probably, I mean, no offense to all the other podcasts, but I think that's one of the best ones ever, I believe, in my opinion. As far as speaking directly to the heart of every true Case Closed Detective Conan fan out there. You know, especially that last 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That last 15 minutes, I think, really just speaks for itself. I mean, I don't want to say anything much about it, but that's just basically how it is. So, yeah, definitely, obviously, gotta listen.
Yeah. Well, and it was a good time to do one. It had been a little while, and we had interviewed Kevin on the last episode and had quite a few parts with that. So it's nice to be able to do that and be able to kind of get in touch with the fans again. And I never know how much I'm gonna.
You guys had that interview with Kevin. I still don't know how you guys managed to pull it off, but it was awesome that you guys did.
Oh yeah, dude, he's awesome. Like he is really awesome to just talk with, and he'll go for hours and hours. Honestly, I mean, and just talk. So I really appreciated that, and he's a really cool guy, and I think ultimately it was kind of good for both parties because it was a situation where he could kind of come on and talk to people about what he's up to and kind of reflect on Case Closed. I think he himself, I think, is more surprised that there's this many active fans, for the series still around. And I think that's kind of what got him. So with our conversations, I felt pretty good about that, and ultimately, it was really awesome. So. We're talking about. Say Tom, but we're just talking about Kevin M. Connolly, the guy who voiced Harley Hartwell in Case Closed.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking about right now. We interviewed him.
We have 2 interviews with him on our, and I think I might make that a playlist when I get to the house. We had two interviews with him. The first interview that was going to be a 3-parter, but we lost the footage of the 3rd part. But the next interview, the second interview we had, has all 3 parts. So it's a really good podcast series with him, and him taking the time, like Professor CD was saying, him taking the time to interview us twice, and I was telling Professor C last night, I'm like, most people, you'd have to pay to get, to do that, with voice actors, usually you have to fork out for a lot of money just so that you can get an interview just one time, but he was gracious enough.
Honestly, it's either that or hope that they're gonna just allow them to plug their new show coming up.
Well, yeah, that or the fact that they have to find time for you to squeeze you into their schedule, too.
Oh yeah.
So, the fact that all 3 of those problems for him was great, and, we didn't have to pay him. We set a time that was good for both of us, and, we got a really great interview with him. And I think it opens a lot of people up to what we do, also.
Yeah, definitely. And, it's just really nice to kind of get him in there and talk about the project. And, honestly, he was really awesome. We've tried to get in touch with other voices for the show, and we haven't had nearly the success we had with him. And it's nice to see that he has a lot of love for the character, too. In our interview, you can see that, Yeah, first major role. Yeah, first major role. Yeah.
He holds that real close to his heart, and the fact that, he's, after all these years, so many years ago, what is it now, 12 years?
Yeah.
Since it first came in, 12 years ago. And he holds it still near and dear to his heart even now, 12 years later. That's incredible right there.
Yeah, and it's been nice to kind of, get some behind the scenes of what goes into voice acting as well, and he definitely provided a good bit of dialogue for that too. So, it was really cool to have that with him, and anytime he's. Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. You're good.
And the fact that it was a public experience too, because you think about it. 12 years ago, we were first watching this, and if you go back and if we tell ourselves, or 12 years ago to ourselves then, hey, in 12 years you're going to be hosting a podcast, and this guy that you just watched on TV, you're going to interview the guy that's voicing him. You'd say, oh no, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. Then 12 years later, we end up doing just that. It was really like I was blown away when we first figured out we were going to interview him.
Yeah.
That was just a crazy idea that we had, and then it actually happened, and then it happened again. I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he was great. He was great. And by the way, for people that are just visiting the page, if you actually make an account on Mixlr, you can actually interact with us live with questions or comments, and we'll read those out here live and interact with you back and forth. If no one's ever been here before, that's kind of what this little stream is about, is having an actual dialogue with you guys and letting you guys post questions or comments that we can read and kind of talk back and forth about the series. So Tom had another question. Said, how much of the new episode is finished? I'm assuming that means for the fan dub. It basically is finished. We just need somebody to come in and edit the work and put the audio in and edit it the right way together and then it's ready to go. But all the audio basically that we need for it is in. We have Adam with us who voices Richard in the fan dub, and he's had his parts done for the episode for months now. So, so it's ready to go. We just we're looking for consistent editing and making sure that we can have that process in place to be able to get that released. I'm hoping it can happen in another 2 weeks where we can get the episode out. I don't want to make any promises on that, but I really think 2 weeks is reasonable if we can find an editor between now and over the weekend. I think it's very possible to have that happen. So we're shooting for that, and then we're moving on to the stadium case since the Infinity Productions is handling the Hybra introduction case. So we'll go and skip 128 and 129 since they've already recorded that, and go right into 130 once we're done recording 127. So very exciting and a good time for us. We've talked about possibly doing another 30 or so episodes and getting into the 160s and then maybe stopping off and doing a movie, or maybe even doing a movie before then. We're not quite sure yet. We're kind of seeing what fans' reactions would be to that. So, obviously Adam's a person who's a part of that conversation as somebody who voices a main character in the show as well. So, on this episode we can also, find out kind of what the thought process is of someone who records a lot of audio for the fan dub as well. And
personally, I'm looking forward to doing a movie. Doesn't matter which one. I'm pretty sure Richard's in all of them. So
yeah, he is a big part in all of them. Well, he's
I don't even know if any
movie 11. Never existed. It was that OVA. Oh, and so Tom had another question. Said, who edited the other episodes? It's a guy we had. He had edited 3 episodes for us. I don't want to give out his name, but he did 3 episodes for us and really got us off the ground and did an excellent job. I got to be honest. I really love the work he did. The only thing that he did not edit was the credits, which we just kind of threw together there. But everything else, he edited and put the audio in and put some really nice stuff in those videos. So it was really cool to have him a part of the project, just for whatever reason, since joining Infinity and partnering up with them to do Black Organization and some other main episodes. He just decided he didn't want to be part of that. So, we're
I'll be right back, guys.
Sure.
It'll be about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have a curiosity question for you. Have you ever thought about just talking to Infinity Productions, maybe borrowing their editor for an episode?
Yeah, that's actually something I thought of today, especially if Chris, who I reached out to today, if he's not able to do the editing right now, it'll be something that I talked to them about, using them for an episode. Because for me, what's really bothering me about it is I want to tie these episodes together a little bit better. And the fact that, we have part one of this, this case out, and we don't have part two out, and then it jumps right into the Black Organization stuff. I kind of want to get that episode out and really tie all this together, so that we're able to kind of move on and do other things. So, if I don't hear anything, or the guy I'm trying to talk to, Chris, obviously, who voices Jimmy Kudo in our fan dub, has expressed interest in doing it. If he can't do it at this time, I'll talk to them about it and see if they can help with it for an episode. And then from there, we'll look for a full-time editor to be part of the process. Because, I don't like having this kind of layoff, and I think we were on a pretty good run there for a little while on getting audio and really getting people in a good spot for the episodes. But it has kind of lagged a little bit here the last month or so, and it just hasn't quite moved the way we wanted it to. So it's definitely something we're going to keep continuing to work on. But yeah, I would be more than open to asking them, and I think they would do it. It's just I know they have a lot on their plate right now, so I'm going to try not to. But if it comes to the point where Chris can't do it, for example, then I probably will try to lean on them for at least one episode to kind of get us back on track and in the right direction.
Yeah, and hopefully they'd be more than willing to help too, because from the progress that I see that they're making, like I said, I recorded their episode 5 already when I turned in the episode 3 for them, so they're already moving on to 5, and who knows, probably even 6 and 7.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know they've been slowed up a little more than they wanted to be, but they're still moving with a head of steam, and they're moving fast and furious, and they're getting what they want done, and I think that's great. I've sent them some of the high-quality RAW files that I downloaded a few months ago, and have sent that stuff over to them for Clash of Red and Black. So they have access to all that stuff now, and so it's pretty cool to that they have that, and I know I'm not sure what they're recording next as part of their version of season 2 with Case Closed Continued, but I think it'll be really awesome when they do. So I don't know if you have any idea either. What did you say? What was the name of the case that you worked on, or do you know?
No, let me pull that up right now.
Okay.
I still have that email you sent me.
I think we're all dying to know that.
So yeah, let's where are you? Oh, there it is. Alright. Let's see. Hey there, Adam. Yada, yada, yada. Episode 5. It looks like it is episode 170.
170. Okay. Let's see, what case is that? Let's see. go to the anime page and see what that is.
Pulling up as well. The blind spot in the darkness.
Oh, okay. I don't remember what that case has in it. Let's see.
I know it deals. The character I play was the doctor that dies in the beginning of it. What does it introduce?
Oh, it's got background of Kudo and interesting. I wonder how it relates. I mean, I know they wanted to record key episodes as well, so I know they're going to do some things in between. Where I was thinking of stopping our run just for a little while was the Locked Room in the Sky, Shinichi Kudo's first case. And then maybe from there recording a movie, either before or after that point. But it's also dependent upon, editing and who we get. If we get a good editor and we really have a good thing going, I'm more than happy shooting beyond that point because I've got raw files for episodes up to 645. So there was a big file that was released, I don't know, last year before, and it popped up again in one of these download places, and it had episode 1 to 645, and it doesn't contain the subtitles, but it contains raw video, which is what we need anyway. When you get the video with the subs, you can't really use that when you're trying to dub. So being able to get a hold of that was really crucial, and it's going to help us go as far as we want to go with it, whether we go for a long period or stop at some point. We'll be able to do that for a while. So I think that's really cool, being able to do that. And
I agree. I would love to keep this going for as long as we possibly could, but
yeah.
That also all depends on everybody else. Like you said, editors, just mainly consistency, time, and however long we can keep this going.
Yeah, exactly. And funny thing with you is you've been in more episodes than anybody in the fandom when you look at it. Because with the split cast with Infinity and kind of what we're doing, it's interesting to make a note of that, is that you've done voices for us, and you've done more than just Richard. You played a couple of extras for us as well in some of these episodes too. I don't really know if people can notice that or not, but
hopefully, if I do a good enough job, no. I question it at times.
I don't think anybody's going to notice, honestly. Right now, I'm just shooting a message out on Facebook, kind of letting people know we're here for hour 2. Let's see. Live.
all right, just shot out a message on Facebook. Let's see if we get some traffic from that. The first hour is always the slowest one, I swear, when you're trying to do one of these things, and then the second hour you get people flooding in and trying to listen. So, it seems how it always goes with us here.
Yeah, I actually found it funny a few times where people have come in and be like, "Oh, I missed it," and it's just like, "Well, yeah."
I know, right?
One of those people too. I jumped in and I was just like, "Oh, yeah, I did miss that, didn't I?"
Yeah, but I mean, I think the more consistent we're able to do something like this, I think it'll be better.
More predictable, more people can schedule around it if possible.
Yeah, exactly. And we never know how long we're going to go when we do it. I mean, I'm more than happy going one more hour after this one and being able to do that. So, it's and I think it's a good opportunity for people to kind of get together and just talk about the series. I just wanted to touch on some of the things with the fan dub and be able to kind of see where that, where people feel about, what we're doing and maybe about, a movie at some point. And because it's something I really want to do. And, now I've got raw files for the movies from 7 through 10. Now, and I also downloaded movie 12, raw file for movie 12 yesterday as well. So, of course, I didn't do movie 11 because it's got the worst reviews out of any case closed movie in existence. So I did kind of skip that raw file, but I do have movie 12 along with 7 through 10. Then there's I've got 13, 18, and then I'll get a raw file for 20 when it comes out. So the groundwork is there, and I know Infinity wants to record movies 13, 18, and 20 as well, I believe. So I'm keeping those raw files in case they need them to use for video. I'm not sure if they have them or not right now. I know that's what they're looking for right now. So, oh, good. Travis just posted, says interview playlist is up. So it looks like D-Wall's already worked on that since a few minutes ago. So that's really good. Yeah, let me take a look and see. Let's see here. But honestly, if you how many of the movies have you seen? Have you seen any of the movies from 7 through 10 or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I've watched every one. The only one I haven't seen right now is 20, and that's just because it hasn't been subbed yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that's eventually that's got to be seeing a release at some point. There was a Korean version that came out, and I downloaded the file, but it didn't have any English subtitles, of course. That was a little, that was the only part that was kind of sad. But there's the interviews tab. It's got the first interview and.
Travis did that.
Oh, Travis did that. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot Travis has access to the page. So he already set that up for us. Thanks, Travis. I appreciate that.
Thanks, good sir.
That helps a lot, actually. And it looks really good, too. But, and it was kind of nice, talking to Kevin about, the role of Harley. And, I think when you look at his particular performance, I think they did a really good job of getting somebody that matches that Japanese character. And, it really is cool how they kind of, when they went to the English dub, how they found someone that really matched it very well. Because when you look at the series in the English dub for Case Closed compared to Detective Conan, they are very different series from, like a feel standpoint. It's a little different when you watch that sub as opposed to when you watch the dub.
Was that more darker tone on their end, where ours was always made more lighter for the most part.
Right, yeah, and it really was. It had a darker tone to it, and honestly, it was, it really did have some of those dark undertones. But I think ultimately, both dubs are fantastic of the show. It's just. I think a lot of and I found this with the fan dub being released, is a lot of people really, really missed watching that show in English. And, it's nice to be able to kind of bring that back to the forefront. And, as much as Kiss Anime gets a bad rap, the good news on our end is that they've at least been good to us enough to where, if we put out an episode, they'll put it on their, website, and then they'll also categorize it and kind of will show you that, hey, this is Infinity Productions work, or this is, the Silver Bullet Files work.
Yeah, I think that's, like you said, they do get a bad rap, and it's understandable to a point, but yeah, I do think that's incredibly generous of them. They can just sit there and be like, yeah, no, here's the official stuff, and you guys gotta find somewhere else.
Yeah, and they've been great in letting us put that out, and hopefully, if we go to do a movie as well, they'll do that as well. It's unfortunate that everything that happened with Facebook happened. Because I was really hoping we'd have a really nice long run there on, on YouTube. But, at the same point, I think it also gives us an opportunity to kind of move on and do something else that's worthwhile, ultimately.
Very true. I mean, I'm surprised they lasted as long as Facebook as they did, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah. And, it's unfortunate what happened, but I mean, hey, at least we got a lot of people that watched it and enjoyed it, and I hope Infinity lasts a long time on YouTube and has a good run as well. I think. Travis, yeah, you missed it. So on the YouTube page, the episodes were taken down from YouTube. Now we still have them on Facebook. They're all still posted on Facebook. There's no problems there. I don't think anybody's really gonna touch what we've done on Facebook. We also still have the episodes available via torrent. I've continued to seed those on my computer, so anybody that wanted to download those still can via torrent, or you can watch it on Facebook and Kiss Anime, of course. We're just, with as far as YouTube and Daily Motion, we're just not able to host the episodes there anymore. So, oh, you're back. Cool. Awesome. I was wondering what that beeping was. That beep was. It had a beep in the middle there. So, but yeah, we're just kind of reviewing what happened with YouTube and Daily Motion and kind of getting in the middle of that. So, but yeah, I mean we did well there, but I think ultimately it's just time to move on, and we still have Kiss Anime and Facebook and all those things.
Is my voice coming through all right, by the way?
Yeah, can y'all hear D-Wall on y'all's end? Oh, what's up? You got Jimmy Kudo in the house.
Nice.
We're gonna have to probably start up a new recording here soon. We got 12 minutes actually,
I can do that next time.
but we're at 12 minutes right now, so I think we're in good shape. But hey, it's going pretty good. Haven't seen you in a while. How you been? I think we're getting some more traffic in here now for getting ready for hour 2 here. But and it's okay that happened with YouTube. But as long as we're able to still do it, and I haven't received any nasty letters in the mail saying, "Hey, you better stop doing this," or anything online that's threatening at all. So, and I think we try enough to respect the dub and really understand that we do want people to support the official release. We're not trying to replace that. We can't really replace that. But we're just trying to have a good time and give people something they've wanted for years, and that's an English version of the show to watch.
I do have a question that I will pose later on when we get some more people in here.
Sure.
That I talked to Professor G about that, and he knows what that is.
Oh.
I'm not going to say it right now.
Oh, okay.
Wait. See if we get some more people. And
Oh, is this?
Pose this question to you.
Oh, is this what you talked? Is this what is last night?
Last night.
Oh man.
I told you I was going to do it.
I figured.
legit want to know this.
Oh yeah, D-Wall. Travis. Travis put up the playlist, by the way. Just wanted to throw that in there real quick. He's already got the playlist up on YouTube.
Oh, the playlist of what?
For the interviews.
Oh, okay. I was going to do it on the actual channel.
No, he's got it on the channel already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got it on the channel. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. What we talked about last night. So.
Yeah, I want to pose that question to people, see what they think.
Oh man, you might be more dedicated to it than I am.
Yeah, it's exciting, but I want to know what people think first.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I said, it's all possible.
We'll ask them in the second hour.
Sure. Sounds good. But another thing I really want to cover in the second hour, and something we'll talk about that's coming up, is I really want to talk to Adam about his experiences so far with recording the fan dub and kind of what he's looking forward to in the future as we continue. Obviously, we need to find a full-time editor, but once we do, I think we can take off with a head full of steam and really keep going. We've added some new voices as well that from some auditions we've had, so I think, what is it, 2 or 3 new voices that we've gotten on since the last episode? Is that right, D-Wall? 2 or 3 new voices joining us. So, and as far as I know, the cast that we've had before is still intact. Other than having to recast Rachel and Serena, that's that's a little unexpected, but at the same point, we understand that things happen, and those actresses had to move on and do some other things. So we understand and we appreciate their work. We're just ready to move forward and kind of keep going. So it's it's nice to be able to still go forward and do that. Overall, so if you don't mind, D-Wall, I'm going to grab just a quick snack from the kitchen real quick.
You want me to start the second hour?
Let's see. We're at 8 minutes right now. I mean, we still got a little bit. Yeah, we can. I'm not going to be gone that long.
Okay.
Do you have everything up on your computer?
I'm starting it up right now.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, if you want to host the second hour, you can. We still got like 7.5 minutes, though, in this one. So I can let you know when it gets low, and we'll switch it out.
I say Travis wants to know who we all needed still.
Oh, let's see. Oh, go ahead.
You can go ahead and get your snack, and we can let him know as soon as you get back, because you have that information better than I do. Yeah, I just saw that. Trust me, we have plenty of that.
I say, do you guys know if you're going to release the auditions at all?
Yeah, we did plan on doing that, didn't we?
Yeah, I know we talked about it before, but I wasn't sure if you guys had made any official decisions on it.
I thought we did, but I can ask him when he gets back.
I'll say
I'm sure
if
that's
you,
something you want to do.
yeah, I'll say again, more content ideas, or at the very least, you could always throw them on at the end of a podcast every couple weeks or whenever you guys officially release them. So.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's fine.
You're all good.
Are we gonna release the auditions?
Yeah, I thought you were doing that.
Oh well, I mean I can do that.
Yeah.
I completely, honestly, I completely forgot because work got so hectic.
Yeah.
And I was like, I lost track.
Yeah, I figured you were still wanting to do that. I just didn't know when you planned on it.
Yeah, I will.
But if you need audio or something from the tryouts, let me know and I can get them over to you.
Okay, like there's something you have that I don't.
I think you should have them all, as long as you're downloading them from the email account that we share. You should have them, but I don't know if you do or not. If you don't, let me know and I'll get them over to you.
Okay, I'll have to check and see, but I'm sure I got plenty of them.
we did try out somebody for Harley. Gosh, it had to be a few weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Been trying out voices for Harley.
I don't remember hearing that one.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I think it's on my phone now, but I gotta check and see if it's still in the email log somewhere. But that would be interesting to upload. And a lot of people when they audition try to voice Conan at first, or try to voice another character. Usually it's Conan though.
I think that goes towards the any lines that you want to choose from.
Right. Right.
Because when they hear any lines to choose from, they automatically think, "Oh, well, I'll play as Conan."
Right.
So, I think from now on, I think we should have them voice. Because I know how vague that is, or it's like any voice, but I think it should be where we have the set people we need and they voice that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and that's very possible. We just kind of needed everybody though in that sense where where we were still casting detective boys and still needed extras. So that's kind of where that only came from. I think if we had all that tied down, which I feel like we do now, we probably can do that. I'm going ahead and casting Emma as full time doing Amy. I think she does a great job, and she's done tons and tons of extra voices for us now in the fan dub, and having her full time would be as Amy would be great. So I'm still voicing Mitch until I can find a full time Mitch, but his character doesn't have a ton of lines, so it's kind of easier for me to get there. If I had a ton of lines for him, I don't know how good I would actually be as Mitch, but while he's continuing to have just a few lines an episode, I think it's easy to just do that until I can find someone to do that full time.
Except for 130, because 130 he has a ton of lines.
130 he has a ton of lines, and yeah.
130 and 131 you still have a ton of lines. I should have pointed that out. So still gonna do Mitch. Good luck to you.
Well,
and this is coming from the guy doing the script.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. It'll be interesting. So, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So, luckily, I'll say that I got lucky. Even when I sent my lines into the editor, he said, I really didn't have to mess with your audio or alter them or anything because they fit the flaps just right. I was like, oh, good. It's kind of what I was shooting for. I'm glad that worked out okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really had to redo any lines either for you guys or for Infinity Production, so I've been pretty lucky with that so far.
Yeah, it's something I try to pay attention to, but at the same point, you can only do so much when you're recording. At the same point, but because then if you're focused on that so much, you're going to mess something up, in that. But that's important stuff. It really is.
Honestly, yeah, you have no idea how many times you mess up when you're just focusing on that. I'll take the episode for Infinity Production, for example. It was 2 to 3 minutes worth of audio, and in all reality, it probably took me 40 to 50 minutes to do.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's just from mess-ups, just repeating, keeping an eye on the lip flaps, listening to the original audio just so I get an idea of tone, and there's surprisingly a decent amount that goes into it.
But not as much as people think.
Oh, no, probably nowhere near as much as people think, but when you get down to it, if you think you're just going to open up your laptop and be like, all right, I'm going to start talking, and you'll be good, it's a little more involved than that. There it is.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I just had to turn everything back on. Okay. Should be good now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, I mean, the the flaps really aren't that bad as long as you're, paying attention. I mean, like I'll watch the same scene like 5 times before I record it. That way, like I'll feel like I know where to break and then when to start, and that helps me out a lot.
Yeah, I'll next time I do lines either for you guys or for Infinity Productions, I'll send off the finished product and then what I actually edit out, and you'll see a major difference between the two, and you'll probably hear a lot of cursing as well. So,
Understandable. I think we've all been there. Oh my gosh, that's funny. What was it? Oh, how long ago did you record those lines for Infinity?
just what's this? Last week actually. I think I got them to them last Thursday.
Oh, okay, cool. That's really good. I was gonna see from their point if they needed any more files that they didn't have already.
Yeah, I don't know much about that, but yeah, they like I said, they seem to be doing all right.
Jimmy. Tell Rachel to call the police.
Let's just point the fact out that nearly every episode of the dub, and really the sub too, is always just Rachel, call the police now. I was like, what?
Exactly.
Why didn't you just get her cell phone? Have the police on speed dial? Because
Or why didn't I see that before?
it's like you see it every time, man. Every single time.
Oh my
You
gosh.
walk into a restaurant, somebody dies. You know there's got to be some kind of things happening there with your life. You know,
That was
you really
one
gotta-
of the things.
you really
Oh,
have to
man.
just reevaluate your life choices when everywhere you go somebody dies.
Didn't they make fun of it at one point? They're like, man, every time you go around somewhere, something happens.
You're like the plague or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did do that. It's like good, because that's what it is.
The only time it got a little weird was with Inspector Santos. In one of the movies, he's like talking to Richard about how he's cursed or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
And it
what
like
was.
it went way too far. It was really creepy. I was like,
Yeah.
man, this is weird. This is getting weird now. It's like a god of death or something like that. And Richard's like, what?
It's like no.
Look forward to that one.
Gosh. I thought that was weird. I think that was movie 4 is where that happened, or
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I
then.
think that's where that happened. I don't know. Although I will say Santos says a lot of weird stuff anyway. And you know what else is kind of odd out of all this is even in these new episodes, I haven't really seen him a whole lot in
Yeah.
the series. That's someone I haven't really seen a whole lot of at all. And speaking of that, also something else I was watching today kind of bothered me. I really don't know what to make of it. It's that new that new police chief that they have. I don't know, Adam, if how far you've kept up in the 800s or not, but they've introduced a new character. He's like a police chief or something in the show.
Yeah, no, I'm still back in the 500s. As before, I stopped just to let things go ahead, so I wasn't always caught up, and then that was probably about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I have seasons 19, 20, 21, and I think 22 now on my laptop.
Oh, okay. You just haven't quite gotten to all of them yet.
Yeah, I think the highest episode I have on my laptop right now is 730, I think.
Yeah. Do you have Crunchyroll?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm saying once you get to 754, that's where Crunchyroll takes over. That's kind of what I watched it off of Crunchyroll now. Because they do the simulcast now at 3 days after the episode airs in Japan, so that's pretty cool. The fact that they moved that up, I think, is really awesome.
I agree.
The character's name is that I'm talking about is Hio Kuroda, and he's the Nagano Police First Division Chief. So now he's basically the guy that's over McGuire and some of these other guys. And but there's something else interesting about that I'm going to get to in just a second. I just want to welcome Zaki to the program. I see you in the comments section. He goes, Corona is badass.
Yeah.
Hey, we know what that means.
Hey, we're all
So,
you're all welcome here, man. You're welcome.
heck
here.
yeah. Well,
Make sure
and
that you are make sure that you have our notifications up, because when we go live, it'll send a notification to your email to let you know.
Yeah, and with Kuroda, it's odd because I have to find the other character that I'm thinking of that kind of conflicts with. Big question. A little bit. Hold on, let me pull this up so I can get his name right in Japanese. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Matsumoto, yeah. It kind of makes me question what's going on with him, because he's the superintendent. So I wonder how involved he really is with this new guy and how much they really know each other, and how much they actually interact, between him being the superintendent and now this head police chief. It kind of makes you wonder kind of what's going on there and why he's not more involved in the story now, but Kuroda is. So if anybody has thoughts about that, obviously comment that down below. Ever since movie 13, I've been a little suspicious of the superintendent, even though he wasn't really the bad guy in movie 13. It makes you wonder why they chose him to use him as a disguise. So I've been a little suspicious of him since movie 13, and what role he might play in the story. Still, as far from my perspective too, as far as people that could be the boss of the Black Org, Harley's father is still at the top of my list. Just because you don't see him a ton, but when you do, it's always kind of dark, mysterious. He's not really around a whole lot, and I think that would make for an interesting storyline there too. And we talked about that a little with Kevin as well on the interview.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's
Guys, announcement right now. If you are in this chat, if you're in the stream and you have not had, and you're listening and you don't have a Mixlr account, make sure to get one. It's free, and you can interact with us, ask us questions that you want to know. And the second thing is, if you are not on our Facebook page at facebook.com/SaveCaseClosed, go to that right now. It's our main central hub of everything that we do here. There is a new link right now posted on the page where you can vote right now on which movie you want us possibly to do in the future. And I've added more suggestions. So it's a whole lot easier. All you gotta do is click the link, click vote, and there you go, your vote's casted. So let us know what you guys would like to see. It's on right now on our Facebook page.
I liked who posted that? I think it was Liz's enthusiasm about just doing all of them 7 through 10.
Yeah. Somebody.
It's possible. Let's see. Oh, you might want to fix the count on some of these.
What?
Your count's a little off on some of these, like Magician of the Silver Sky isn't movie 15.
Oh, I think I put the wrong one. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I can fix it rather quickly.
14 should be Private Eye in the Distant Sea. Wait, no, hold on. Private, No,
I'm on the
and
wiki
magician.
page. I'm on the wiki page
Oh.
right now, so I'm looking right at it. So
Magician, yeah, magician should be 8. Strategy's 9. Crossroads is right. Dimensional should be 18. Distance C. 11th striker should be 16. There you go. How did you? Oh, did you just have to go to another website to create the poll?
yep,
Pull Daddy.
Poll Daddy.
let's see. So movie 10.
That doesn't sound weird at all.
No, it doesn't. No, we're gonna ignore that.
Are we?
No.
Can we?
No. Actually, let me add one more. I'm gonna do this. I'm adding.
Yeah,
I'm leaving one
Don't
out.
add movie 13 because 13's already going to be actually 18's going to be dubbed as well by Infinity.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So I can do this then.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm fixing it, everybody. 1 second.
I'm going to put a link here in the chat for the poll as well.
Well, wait till I'm done, actually,
Oh shoot! Hold on.
because it's
Hold
gonna
on.
go to the.
Oh, hold on. I'll post an update. For some reason, I can't delete that. Yeah, I heard people posting
Oh,
about
no.
971.
Oh, no wonder. I got all these messed up. Okay. Hold on.
Now it brings up the real question of the hour. How many movies have you watched, D-Wall?
Me? I've watched all of them. I've watched all of them. Except for the one that we will not talk about on this live stream.
I don't know. I'm going to watch movie 11 one night. Eventually. I'm going to.
That unspeakable horror that you're calling, that unspeakable terror that you're talking
I haven't
about.
seen it yet. I don't know, man. I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to try.
I've seen it, so I'll admit it.
Even Jimmy himself is saying, oh no, to that abomination of a movie. He doesn't even like it. That's how bad
I don't know.
it was.
Adam, was it real bad?
It wasn't the best one. I'll tell you that much for sure.
All right.
It wasn't on
All right.
it wasn't on the top, top 10 list.
Yeah, Zaki, I don't know, man. Apparently, it just wasn't a good movie from everything I've heard. So I have the sub version now, so I can actually watch it. I just don't know when that'll actually happen. To be quite honest.
I don't think it will happen. That's I'm just gonna point this out. I don't think it will. It might, but I don't think it will.
So anybody that's in here, by the way, that's not following us on Mixlr, if you follow us, it actually will send you an automatic email when we go live, and for these in the future. So we're trying to build our followers up so we can have a good audience every time we do one of these to ask questions and kind of interact with. I know it's a lot of fun for everybody that comes in, and we have fun doing it too. Oh,
Okay,
excuse me.
I think
Ben,
I think I got it fixed now.
let's see.
I gotta save it first.
Oh, I got you.
Okay, now try it. I think it should be fixed now.
Yep. Yep, you're good. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out on the chat there.
There we go.
Is 18 really a black organization movie though?
It's not, but they were gonna go ahead and record it anyway. That was in their episode plans.
So I don't think.
Oh, Zaki, you're out of here. I think Zaki's going for the night.
And Travis is too.
Yeah. Have a good night, guys.
Have
Yeah.
a good one.
I think, yeah, I don't know. What were we just talking about? The the Black Oregon movie 18. It really
Yeah,
wasn't, but
it really
it had a
wasn't.
lot. It had a ton of action in it, where
Well,
you could see that.
I mean,
I
I
why
like
not
that
dub
movie,
it? It has a
actually.
Kai in it,
yeah. So that should automatically just say Professor C should do this movie.
That's a Black Oregon episode
think-
all on its own.
I think Infinity put that there just to spite you. He's like, yeah, Akai's in it. Put that in quick. We're working with these guys. He loves Akai so much. Oh, let's put this in here quick. He won't know. He won't realize it till it's too late.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I think Zaki's not leaving. I think it was just Travis. I
Oh
think I got
yeah.
that.
Oh okay. Travis was there.
I read that way wrong. Okay. I think Zaki's still here with us. Yep. And
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, man. You know, Akai's awesome. So any movie with him, we should automatically just dub it right away and
Yeah, we're not even
kind
gonna
of get
give
that.
him. We're not even gonna give him a choice.
Nope.
You have
They
no
have to do
choice.
it. We all have to band together to do this movie because
Just-
Akai's in it.
Just for that.
All right,
One
let's
reason.
start on it now. That'll give them no choice.
Nope.
No choice. This is what you have to do. But luckily they planned on it anyway, on doing that movie. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy about that. But I mean, for us, you know, it's a sense of what movie do we want to do that's, you know, not a part of exactly the movies that they're doing. You know, and that's what the poll's really going to be cool to kind of figure out is you know, it's going to help us figure out, hey, you know, what do we want to do moving forward? You know, in the middle of doing all these episodes as well. So, you know, because realistically, we could still continue with the episodes and still do the movie as well while we're recording for episodes. It's all a matter of what audio's coming in and how soon it comes in. And I think also if Infinity wanted to lend some voices to us as well to help, you know, with the large cast that these movies have, I think they'd be more than happy as well. And I think that's what we're gearing up for with them as well with 13, 18, and 20 is, you know, if they need voices, we're more than happy to lend the voices and help them out as well. So that's been a good partnership so far to kind of carry us through. And you know, I think... you know, I think it'll be a really good partnership, you know.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think having them, especially even if it's just using them for extras, is just a step above everything right now.
Yeah, exactly. So, any thoughts about that? Obviously, let us know. I think for me personally, I really enjoyed movie 10 quite a bit. I really did. I thought movie 10 was great, and you know, I would not mind doing movie 10 at all. It really had a good story to it. A lot of other people will say 8 or another really good movie I thought was movie 16. 11th Striker was a good movie. Even Full Score of Fear was really good to me as well. So I haven't seen Sunflower's Inferno yet, so I don't really know much about that one. I heard it's really good though. I've watched the first 20 minutes of it. It's not enough to make a judgment call on the movie. I mean, it definitely is something that kind of pulls you in from the start. So
Yeah. 15. I really actually loved 15. I think that was Quartet of Silence.
Quarter of Silence.
Yeah.
Quarter of Silence. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Yeah, Quarter of Silence was pretty awesome. I mean, and obviously, you know, if you're in here, let us know kind of what your picks are on that. And I just went ahead and cast my vote for movie 10 on the poll. I don't know, how do you see the poll?
I do.
Or it says view result. Oh, it says view results. I see it. Okay.
Oh wait, it does.
Oh, they're set to private. Okay. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
I'll be the one who sees the results. So, but I'll let you know though.
Yeah, I set mine for
def-
9 again. So.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be pretty cool to see what. I don't know how long we're gonna keep the voting open or anything like that, but it'll be pretty cool to just see.
We'll keep it open for as long as possible.
You know,
Until we
yeah.
decide, okay, there's enough people that are interested.
Yeah, and I think it'd be really cool to do, you know, at least one on our end and
Yeah.
be able to kind of reach out to the community and let them, you know, hear what we have from a movie standpoint on dubbing and doing all that stuff. So, you know, obviously,
It'll be
if
the
there's
first movie that anyone's ever done dubbed.
Yeah, for
That's
the series,
amazing
definitely.
to think about.
Yeah, and it was something I got to be honest that I've hesitated for a long time in doing because For years, I've always thought, well, if somebody picks up the series, they're going to pick up movies before they pick up anything. And it's just we haven't really seen a lot of that lately. I feel like Funimation holds these rights for probably another year, and I don't think anybody's going to touch it, for until that contract's expired. And that's just kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think any of them are going to touch it for a while. So, but obviously, if there's any thoughts about that, let us know. I guess it's a good time to get to the news we were talking about earlier that you wanted to talk about, D-Wall.
Oh yeah. So since we got enough people in here, we got 2 people, but that's good enough for now. Because I'm gonna bring it up on a podcast too. I'll get more of a response that way. But I do want to know. Me and Professor C talked last night, and we were talking about this idea. Crazy idea I had, but something I think would be really, really cool. What if me, Professor C, and a few other guys got our heads together, we got our resources together, and we started our own anime company?
That would be fun.
If we had someone to edit, someone to do the animations, I'm writing. He's got the Professor C's got the managerial experience. We get a few people together to voice act. We do like maybe a 3 or 4 minute short clip. Who knows? So that was the crazy idea I had. I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention because I thought it was something to share with all of you. See what you guys thought.
It's definitely ambitious. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's a situation where if you did something like that, it'd have to be strategic. I just thought it was a funny thing to talk about. I really didn't think you took it that seriously,
Well, somebody supports it. Jimmy supports
yeah.
it.
Sure. And,
I mean,
yeah.
I take it
crazy.
seriously only due to the fact that it's something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about writing, I'm passionate about telling a story to people, and I'm passionate about anime. So, you combine those 3 together, and why not,
Yeah. Except for the money part.
Except for the money part. That's the biggest crucial step.
So kind of the idea that I threw out there was because you can't just jump right in and buy anime and whoop-de-woo, and even if you get people that record their voice for free at first, the cost of buying a show or licensing and all that is just insane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's why I said go ahead.
Oh, my feeling just was if we got involved that you'd start out, if you were going to start an anime company, you start out small by doing toys for shows that already exist. Like, Funimation does broadcast dubs of tons of shows. But what kind of merchandise do they sell for those shows? Probably little to none. If you have a company that you can start that sells like toys or little mini games or little, just little dinky things like that fans can buy and then they like it and it's something that, makes them feel closer to the show or something like that, that's where you start, and that's where you can build your money over time, and then eventually take that money and then pour it into a show that you really think you'll see a good return on.
And of course, there's also like Patreon and stuff like that we could use to get the people to save money and donate like $1 or something for it and things like that. Like, people do that. I know somebody right now, a YouTuber right now, who's making their own anime and they have a Patreon and they've got like $5,000 saved up.
Yeah.
For it. So it's like, it's not impossible, but it just takes a lot of time. But you see how detailed he went into that, folks. I'm just going to point this out. You see how detailed he was in that, in just that 5 minutes? That tells me right there, there's something to this thing. Because I'm not the managerial brains of the outfit. I'm just the writer.
Right, and if that's if I was to start a company, that's where I'd go. Now, I don't know if I'm as serious about it as you all over there, but it's a cute idea to throw around. Uh, I don't know if we'll ever do that, but
I
I
don't
was
know
about to
either.
say, yeah, you could always get into, keep this page open, use this for recruiting, starter actors, pretty much, like people like me or anybody else that's even wanting to
we said
step
you'll
a
be the
foot
first
into
pick.
it.
We said we said you'd be the first pick if we did this.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
yeah, I'm always behind it, but yeah, I mean, like I said, use this as a gateway for people who don't have a foot in their door, people who don't have the connections, don't live in the right locations like Texas or California or anything like that.
Yeah.
But you would definitely have to step up as far as what we considered quality, or what you guys would consider quality. So better microphones. You would start getting into people who go out and buy $200 microphones, convert their closet into an actual sound booth and things of that nature.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing is like, if we had a Patreon and stuff, then maybe we would be able to provide that for people who can't.
I'll say even if you did provide microphones are one thing, but I know like turning your closet into a booth can be a $1,000, $2,000 project, especially if you want professional quality.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, when we first start out, it doesn't have to be that way. It could be
It
like
does actually.
it
does.
It does.
It really does. Think
Oh,
about
yeah.
it. Because if you release a product like anime and you're telling people, hey, we have the full season of this, give us $25 for it, it better be pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And the quality, you want your quality to always be there because, getting your foot in the door is one thing. If you get to the point of release and the quality's not top notch, people will notice that. And I will say, about something I've learned in the anime community, people in anime that watch anime that are really into it, they are some of the most critical people out there.
Yeah,
they really are.
They really are.
They're
And,
borderline ruthless.
And they will point that out, and they will call you on it in a heartbeat.
Just take for example the comments that you see over on our episodes with Kiss Anime. I mean, you just read some of those things, and it's just like, okay, well, that's not about constructive criticism. They're just straight out, hey, this is terrible. My ears, oh my God, what happened? Yada yada yada. They're quick to tell you, and if they don't like it right away, you got one chance to impress them, or they'll be gone.
Yeah.
I think it's a situation where, and this is how I'd feel if it started as, get a real, like, even if it doesn't cost a lot. There's a lot of strip spaces out there that you can find cheap rent for, but you can get cheap rent at a building and say, hey, this is our recording studio, this is where we record content. If you would like to try out or participate or anything like that, send us a tryout over the internet. And then if we really, really like you, guess what? We'll bring you, or we won't bring you, but you find a way to make it down here to our studio, and we'll bring you in for a recording session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In an actual studio that's,
Yeah.
That we rent, that we pay for, that's professional and has all the sound booth stuff. That's what I would do.
I would like that, honestly. To be honest, I would like to do that because that would be smarter than what doing it from everywhere at once, like all the homes and stuff having to do make their own recording studio at home. They can just send one over the internet and say, okay, could you make it out here to do the recording session? And it'll be a lot easier.
And you'll have your dedicated people that do that, and you'll know right away.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a decent amount of people out there already that I have already converted their closets. I mean, not even just closets, but converted somewhere in their home. I mean, you take a look at some productions like Team 4-Star, Something Witty. Those are, to me, professional quality sounding things. So they've definitely stepped up their game, especially for people across multiple continents.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think if you get in the business, it's one of those things where you want to up the game. Right now, what we're doing is fun, and nobody pays for it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
it's something it's something that we enjoy and we love doing. I think moving to a professional basis, there would be things that you'd have to really look at cost wise. Now the thing is, if it ever, this is just me talking, is if I ever had something like that, I also wouldn't advertise that my studio was a recording studio. I wouldn't put a sign on it or anything.
Yeah.
I would tell people, come to the building with no sign.
Yeah.
We'll be right out there waiting for you. Here's the address. We'll be right out there to greet you. But I wouldn't ever tell anybody where it was, what we were doing, unless it was somebody who was actually coming down for an audition,
Yeah, because saying that because being outside of a building with no sign is just a clear sign that, yeah, you can trust us.
Well, think of the cost of signage, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The cost of signage, and if you have a real recording studio, and say you're getting it in a interesting part of town, to say the least, do you really want to advertise that it's a recording studio?
Oh, I'm not. Oh,
It's
if
really
we do it,
expensive.
it's not going to be in a bad part of town, of course. It's not going to do that.
Well, that's where the cheap rent is, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, where I live now is pretty cheap, but it's not like in a place where it's bad.
Yeah. Well, you don't live in Chattanooga, right?
Not anymore.
Do you?
No.
Okay, that's good. I was when I came there for the convention, I was like, wow, this is a little scary.
Yeah,
in Chattanooga.
It's
but,
not. It's not really the best spot.
Yeah, but anywho, for me, it's that's what I would do. But at the same point, my feeling is I don't think a lot of people would really support that dollar-wise right now, and I don't think we're quite where
Yeah.
we could really ask people to do that.
And it's not going to be like it's not a right now thing. It's just an idea I had that I wanted to share with everyone because I felt
Sure.
like that's something that I think that's something would be pretty cool like a few years down the road.
Yeah, and it's nice to throw those things around, and I mean, obviously there's part of it too that we talked about. Like if I did it, I wouldn't really do physical releases of anything. I'd have where you could get your account and you could download and pay for the episodes, but the cost of distributing anime and the return you get on that is not very good.
Yeah.
As opposed to, hey, I can put a full season on iTunes and pay little to nothing for that, and guess what? I see a lot of the profits.
Yeah, it's just a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, that's it's a cute idea where it would be nice. I think all of us would rather do that than go to a day job.
For
if there
future
was
reference, I just curiosity struck me, and I decided to look out how much a 4x4 booth kit would cost, and it's only $3,000, so it's a start at least.
And that's for like
a 3x3 booth. Oh, I gotta look this up now. Where
4x4 actually.
did you just Google that?
Yeah, actually, I can post where I'm at right now.
Oh shoot, post that. I'll look at it from the chat. Let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Wow, what is a 9? Oh, it's $4,000.
I say it says 3252 on mine.
Oh, it doesn't. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's because of where I'm ordering from.
Oh, sorry. I just realized the one that I picked. It's the accessory down at the bottom there. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, I got you. Let me see here.
It says 3,252 for recommended accessories.
Wow.
And that's for
Interlocking
one person?
tops. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's for one person. I mean, that's
Well, I recall Kevin talking about building his own.
yeah. He has his own. Yeah, I've seen on his
he got the equipment for it, built his own booth. I think that he wanted to leave. I think he messed up one part of it, though, he said. Or he wished he had done something different because it's super, super hot in there or something.
Yeah.
I forgot
Oh
what he
yeah,
said
for sure.
on it. He said he jacked something up on accident or wish he had put something else. Or I don't know if maybe he wanted to make more room. I don't recall what it was. But, I mean, they're expensive. To do. And then you top that on paying rent for a space and then, the content. Now, I think one thing I do think out of the whole thing is that if you really, really wanted to get an anime that didn't cost a lot, I think you'd have to do research, obviously, but I think you could get a hold of something that really, it didn't cost $250,000, but maybe you paid 30 or 40 for like an anime that just never really caught on, that was cheap, that you get a chance to re-release and respin and kind of do work like that. It makes you wonder how companies like Nozomi started and kind of where they went with their products. But I think a lot of
them
they
on
do
the
stuff.
show, we can ask them. Since this is like
Yeah.
such a hot button topic right now, I think if we get them on the show, we could ask them, "Hey, how did you guys start your small company?"
Well, and I think with them too is that they do a lot of subs, so maybe they pay less for doing subbed anime or sub content. I know Crunchyroll has tons of subscribers and does things a little differently, and I love what Crunchyroll does. That's why I subscribe to them. The fact that they do what they do for Case Closed is pretty big, but it's always interesting to see how that stuff kind of turns, and but obviously it's a fun idea to throw it around out there. I think with some of the stuff going on with Funimation, it really does open the door for some of that stuff. Since they're doing broadcast dubs and all this other stuff that's pretty creative, it kind of opens the door for more creative ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But it's a nice topic to talk about. And all in all, I mean, we would love to obviously have an official company and just record the show ourselves and have a way for it to work out.
Generate decent revenue.
Yeah, and generate decent revenue where we could all get paid and feel good about it, and something like that. But it's a lot of work goes into it, and there's people that are a lot smarter than me that are and D-Wall and all of us, I guess, that have figured that out and have went forward with it. So.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, maybe if we get the people at Nozomi to get on the podcast, maybe we can ask them and say, "Hey, what did you guys do? How'd you guys start?"
Yeah, well, I'd love to interview that. I don't know if you know this, Adam. I was messaging Nozomi about, and they do like subbed anime and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was messaging them about, what if they've ever heard of Case Closed or if they had ever considered picking it up at one time or another, and they had sent me a message back saying, "Hey, my friends, we actually have a few people in the office that are huge fans of the series, and we would really like to, but Funimation holds the rights right now, so we really haven't even looked at it or thought about it or anything like that." So they were kind of one of the first people I wanted to contact once Funimation lost their license to the show, and see if they actually had a real interest in picking it up.
Yeah, so hopefully they jump on it, but
yeah. Well, and I think if they do anything, they've subbed a ton of movies recently. I think they would really consider doing, maybe a movie. And I think especially if we have a really large fan base and say, "Hey, this is the fan base that we have," we would definitely buy the product and really enjoy it. And I think, like a lot of our guys in the community bought the Lupin the Third crossover special,
yeah.
And I think a lot of people would do that too with Nozomi, especially if they did an actual official movie of the series. I think it would do very, very well. So I would hope that a company like them or what's the other Crunchyroll, looks at that, or
Netflix. If they
yeah, or
decide to do it.
Netflix, looks at that, and um, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I'd love for that to happen, honestly, because really somebody's got to pick it up when the license is done. Somebody has
Well,
to.
yeah.
I don't see with it being as popular now as it used to be back beforehand, and it's getting its popularity back, maybe even more so than before. I think there's a market for it. And people just had to get on board and say, "Hey, people still want this. People want to buy this, and we can take a chance with getting the rights to it."
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually going to contact Nozomi right now and see if they want to maybe come on the show at some point and talk about it, because I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, and if not that, just about the whole anime company process in general.
Yeah.
Even that.
Kind of how they got into the business and got started,
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be about Case Closed at all, but since we're talking about starting an anime company and starting making our own anime and stuff like that, it's like how did they get started? I mean, because I think you guys are thinking of like the starting an actual company. I was thinking more along the lines of starting an actual anime, like doing a show, like even if it's like 3 or 4 minutes long,
Okay, I see
That's
what you're saying.
that's mostly what I was talking about. I wasn't. I mean, I think I said it the wrong kind of way than I did last night, but I was mostly talking about an actual show.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like if we got someone to do the editing and someone to do the voices and someone to animate it and things like that, even if it's just it's still it's some of the things we talked about. We'd have to get people with better mics and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's not to a point where we have to focus about it's for a whole company. It's just like a 3 or 4 minute short film or something like that, something like you do like a college project or something, you know. That's mostly what I was going for, because I think we could pull that off a lot more than actually having a company right now.
Right.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we write our own anime and we and stuff like that, we can determine how many voices we need. So we don't have to go out and get 10 or 15 voices. We only need 5. We don't have to go out and get a writer and things like that because we have one. We won't have to get all these pieces in place because most of it's already done. It's just the animation and the voices and putting it all together. So it's just something to think about.
Hey, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It said no microphone detected. I plugged it back in. I was like, it's driving me crazy.
We got Sir McCheese.
Sir McCheese.
What's up, Sir McCheese?
Sir McCheese is in the chat. Hey.
How's it going? Grab us a comment if you can hear us.
Yeah, right now
Yeah,
we're just talking about a possible anime that we're talking about the possibility one of these days of making our own anime. Just to entertain the idea of such things. Let us know what you think about that, by the way. We could use the opinions.
Oh, I need to try to. That's what I'll do tonight. I'll send them a little message and see if they'd consider coming on the show just to kind of talk about how they got into it. Maybe they can talk about Case Closed, and maybe, they can't really say a lot, but I mean, they could, maybe talk about, that they have a lot of fans, and, we can let them know, hey, we have a big group of guys that, watch the show and really like it, and, we would definitely support something if they ever did anything with it. So, the license between the show and the movies are different, so maybe they could make some headway on the movie side at least. But who knows? It's something I definitely just want to keep talking to them about, or at least reminding them that, hey, there's still a good community here that wants to talk about the show and really wants to do something big, and it would be really cool. So, Adam, I know we've got, I don't know how many minutes we have left in the hour. Where are we at? We're at like 12 minutes.
46.
13.
Yeah.
13? Okay, we've got 13 in the hour. What are some of the big things that you're looking forward to recording with us and with Infinity Productions? What are some of the things you're most looking forward to, moving on with the fandom?
Well, definitely, I'm always looking forward to recording a movie. Of course, anything that has my character heavy dialogue. I think that's always fun. So, but other than that, I just look forward to all of it. In complete honesty, I have fun recording. That's why I've chosen to help with you guys, help with Infinity. It's a fun project to do, and it definitely keeps me busy. So.
And I will say, with the list that I've seen from Infinity, even of the Black Organization episodes and some of the important episodes, they're wanting to record. All in all, there's over 100 episodes that they're planning on doing, basically, in their dub. So, I mean, the fact that that's happening, obviously things like this will continue for a while. On our end, we want it to continue as well, and really have people join in and come on board the project as well. Voices and editors and writers, and we can never have enough of all of those. And so I always encourage people that have really been hesitant to get on board with the fandom and helping in some capacity, reach out to us. At this point, we're really taking a lot of 90% of the people who try to get involved in the project really do jump on and play a big role in what we're doing. So I just want to emphasize that. And, we got people like Adam who are dedicated and will do anything, in getting episodes out and recorded. And so it's a pretty fun community to be part of. Look at that.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, we are definitely some of the more dedicated people that are around, especially for this project. So, I mean, it's fun, it's friendly, it's easygoing, and again, it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. And what kind of thoughts did you have for the movement, kind of going forward? What were some things maybe you were planning on or working on, or maybe just some stuff to help kind of close us out here?
Well, basically, what I was saying before was trying to get a show in, a podcast in every 2 weeks at least. Trying to get that started a little bit more, and going on with live streams, trying to do those a bit more, and definitely going forward trying to get more content on the main channel, because with so many people subscribe to that channel, they're going to have to get some content. So my thing is, I want to make sure they get it. I don't want them to go a month, 2 months, 3 months without having any content. So even if there's not any news for the show, I want to still bring people on to interview and talk with about topics on the series and just little things like that I want to discuss with. So I think that would be something going forward that we could do.
Yeah, and I think it'd be cool to do more of these often. More of these live streams often.
Yeah.
I'd still like to be able to kind of come on as much as possible. I know with my schedule being as hectic as it is, it's kind of tough to do that. right now, but I'm going to try to make an effort, if I do get a day off in the week to be able to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
I hope that I can at least do it every so often.
Yeah, I mean, I know, as I mentioned before on one of the, actually the last podcast video, I mean, if you ever needed help getting up contact, I'm sure if you got more people within our community or even just some of the voice actors together just to have small discussions, something like that, kind of like an offshoot of the original podcast, that could also help generate more content. But
yeah, I would love to do that, man. I'd love to do that because, the more people we have on, the more discussion we get. Because, it's, you can have one person's opinion, but it's better to have more than one.
oh yeah, for sure. In fact, I don't know if I. Hold on one second. Something similar along the lines of what this link that I just posted these guys do. Again, it would take a burden off you guys, especially whenever you got busy. But again, it's an idea, so.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out too. But
like I said, for this right here, it's just 4 main people that start off, and then as they went on, they got busier. They took that and went from their name is Pontaku, and then they broke it off into other people having like a main person on there, or even just strictly just other people, and they created a secondary podcast within the main one called J-Taku, that's what it's called. And then, like I said, they didn't always have to have the main people there, but it was just more content that was being generated. So if they had a lag between an official podcast, they could have that to fill out until they could get the official one.
Yeah.
I like that. That is really cool. Okay, well, we'll have to look at that because I know with everything going on, it's tough, especially for both of us sometimes to get in and do that. So we'll have to look at that and look into recording. Would you be interested in something like that, Adam?
Oh, of course.
Go down that avenue, because I mean, obviously we want to do as much as we can, but anytime we can bring in extra help to kind of help on content for the channel, I'm more than happy on that to help do that.
Oh yeah, and I'm always more than happy to help. I've been trying to offer more help to you guys wherever I can, especially as of late. I have a pretty much permanent set schedule. I've got 3-day weekends basically, so I'm always got more time to help for you guys.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that. We're gonna have to look into that then, because obviously, content is very important, and trying to grow the channel is very important, especially on YouTube and Facebook, and eventually, if we could get Twitter up and going, that'd be good. But
I'm trying to get Twitter up and going still. I'm still trying to figure that part out. I should try. What I might do, and I was thinking about this. I was thinking about having. I was thinking about uploading this live stream to YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
That would definitely help.
So that
that'd
way,
be really cool.
whoever didn't come in for the live stream can listen in, and at least for most of it, probably not this ending part, but where people, they're like, okay, we missed the live stream, but here it is right here. And that would be Case Closed Live. That's what I thought about before anyway. But I'm thinking, I think it'd be a lot more efficient if it's like, okay, every time we have a live stream, we can just upload it. Since I know how to download it now.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. We could definitely do that then.
Actually, hold on 1 second. Yeah, definitely getting this up there would be amazing. I know it was recording on the site for a while, but after a few of the podcasts, it seemed like they just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because when you get done hosting, it asks if you want to save it, and if you don't save it, then it won't save it.
Oh, okay.
Because when I've done it before, it says, "Do you want to save to your show reel?" And I say yes. So that's how it saves. Or else it won't save at all, and then you can't download it or anything.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice to be able to, get together and talk about these things because it does lead to a lot of development and some good ideas. So, it's been a lot of fun tonight. Obviously, wish we could have had a few more people pop in, but, understanding it's a weeknight. So,
Yeah.
maybe we get together, on a weekend to be able to do one of these things and get even more people in. But we did add a couple of new followers tonight. It was a good time to take questions and have a good time. So I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah,
we
me
weren't
too.
working this weekend, I probably would do one more tomorrow night because it's
Yeah.
Friday night. Maybe some more people would be here.
Yeah. I mean, we could do another one tomorrow. I just wouldn't be there for it.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's fine. Y'all could go ahead. More than welcome to do that, and I can, go ahead and just listen back to it later if y'all wanted to really do that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
If I can, I definitely will. Just depends on what's going on, but we'll have to see. Probably, like I said, I probably will every so often. I want to try and do more because, I miss doing live streams. And the more live streams we do, the more people show up knowing that we do it consistently.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and my hope is one of these days we can get a live guest on so that way it's more exciting. Because some people are. I know some people probably are like, "Well, it's a live stream. Why should I listen?"
Well, I think a lot of people just don't see it till later. I think that's what it really is.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, people getting home 7, 8, 9 o'clock, and they're like, "Oh, I missed it. Sorry."
Yeah. So I'm hoping the uploads will help with that.
Yeah. So that'll be good. I think that'll be good for people also to listen back later. But I've really appreciated the time tonight, guys, and I'm hoping we can do another one of these maybe in a week or so. I'll be back for one if we do one in a week, probably. I couldn't do tomorrow, but if y'all want to do tomorrow, shoot, man, I'll listen later and really enjoy listening to it later if y'all do it tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
So just let me know, and I'll be looking for it.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, if I can, I'll probably let them know in the morning.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds good. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna get off here and probably go finish up some stuff before work tomorrow. So I'll probably I'll be off. So if y'all want to message me or anything like that, just let me know. And, I'll be around. I just gotta go do some house chores. So
Okay.
kind of get set up for tomorrow. So I will see you guys later. And it's been a lot of fun these last 2 hours. It really has.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, guys on the stream, we're out of here. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being in. And we'll probably have this uploaded tomorrow or Saturday for you guys to listen to go back and listen to. So thanks, guys, for listening, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good one, guys.
All right. See you guys later. Have a good night.
You too.